Hello, everybody. Apologies for coming a little bit late. Like I've told you people many times, we are still trying to adapt to our new system, to the video, to the new studio that we have and the new equipment that we just bought. My team is still learning to use this equipment. And so, sorry for the late coming, for starting a little bit late today. We are going to keep on getting better every day. Little by little, we're going to be getting better. But today I have a guest from all the way from Nigeria. It's always an issue to have visitors from Nigeria because of their line, the quality of services there, the communication line is always very funny. But, Mosun has been calling in to the program, and our voice has always been clear. So we hope that the internet and the network will not disappoint her today. That today is going to be as great as it has been each time she's called in. But here we are today. Let me introduce to you our visitor. Let me introduce to you our visitor, Mosun Adebayo. How are you, Sister Mosun?
I am fine, thank you, sir.
Yes, nice to see you on the World Wide Web. You are not just here in Ukraine with me. You are here in about maybe 50 other countries right now. And
That is,
yes, so welcome.
thank you very much, sir.
Yes, tell who is Mosun Adebayo?
Oh, I'm still working on that, but
I'm sure you have some history.
yes, I do. I'm from Nigeria, Ondo State to be precise, and I've lived in Lagos all my life, and I'm into business. I'm into manufacturing here in Lagos, and have a beautiful daughter. She's somewhere around here, and
How old is how old
that is.
how old is she?
She's 21.
Oh wow, you look 21 yourself.
She's 21.
Wow, wow. Okay, so we are going to now be struggling. Who is the daughter and who is the mother?
Um,
You say you are into manufacturing. That is not something
yeah.
that ladies go into so often.
Yes, well, it is very challenging here to go into manufacturing. Very, very, very challenging. But my family, that is what we are used to. So I mean, I grew up in manufacturing. So I can't see me myself doing any other thing apart from manufacturing. I like creating, I like designing, I like bringing out products, just to help people live a better life. That is my desire.
Manufacturing. What kind of manufacturing are you into?
Right now, I'm into cleaning agents. I have the household cleaning agents. I make liquid detergent for household and the kitchen, and majorly anything that has to do with cleaning, chemicals. That's what I do right now.
I got to get. I don't know if you know, there is a new guy, a new friend I just made. Um, is a pastor in Port Harcourt
Okay.
who is big and is into manufacturing as well. And I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. And that is exactly what he is doing as also. He is doing
Okay.
manufacturing of products, like you said, cleaning product.
Yes, sir.
You said yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know. I might not, and I might. I don't know his name. What's his name, sir?
I think I'm trying to look for it now. I'm going to try
What?
to look for the name of the company. I think
Yeah.
because I think you have to know this guy. I actually told you to invite him to our program here. I wonder why he has not come. Maybe you have not invited him. One of the people I sent you a note to invite, and you said okay. You can't remember the name. He's from Nigeria, from Port Harcourt. Does it mean you have not written to him? Yeah, can you send me the information about him now? So I'm going to try to find this person because he is into, actually, somebody recommended him to me and told me to get to know him from the United States because they said he is producing one of the best products, one of the best cleaning products. And this is from America. The people are telling me to do this. I say, how can somebody living in America and the person is not even in Nigeria and the person is from Ethiopia? How can an Ethiopian person living in America be recommending a Nigerian manufacturer to me?
Yeah, we really have some good products here, sir.
Oh, you sure?
we, yeah, we do. They're not so much, but we do. We do have some very good products here.
Okay. And so this person his products is, people are praising him, people are telling very good things about him. You sent to me Skype. Okay, I'm going to try to. I hope I have the name of the company, because if he is being praised like that
Yeah,
from overseas,
yeah,
there must be something there. I think
yeah.
I think they call it. Okay, I think his name is I think is Michael Benson Ajayi.
What's the product name? Do you know?
Yes, I am going to tell you the product name now. Mafito multipurpose super cleaner. Mafito.
I've not heard of that.
Okay, this Mafito cleaner, this guy is the inventor of Mafito multipurpose super clean, and it could remove stains under 3 minutes from leather, gold, silver, aluminium,
Wow.
removes rust from chrome materials, cleans tiles, marbles, headlamp,
Wow.
rugs, formica clothes, glass, PVC, 3D, wallpapers. It just does all kind of things. And I'm thinking, I'm from cars. Under 3 minutes, it's one of the most, they said it's the best in the world, what this guy produces. One of the fastest, the most effective in the world. And I'm thinking, this is with the name Ajayi. I think it's from Lagos, but he
Yeah.
moved to Port Harcourt because he was doing his youth. He went to university there or something. So I think you have got to connect. If you are interested in connecting with him, I will be.
I would love to see. I would love to meet him.
Okay, I'll be glad to do that. Now, but Mosun, you are into manufacturing.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to challenge you, and I know you are strong enough to bear it. You are.
All right.
You are, because I've spoken to you before, so I know you are. So, but don't be offended. My challenge is going to be for effectiveness, okay?
All right, sir.
So you said you are into manufacturing, but that's impossible because there is no way you can be into manufacturing in Nigeria.
You can still, well, I'm in manufacturing. It is difficult, but it is slow. At times, it is slow. And we have this challenge of people wanting to sell fast and sell more. That's a challenge. That is why you have all kinds of adulteration in the market. People want to sell low at a low price and sell fast. But you find that most of those kind of companies, they lose out almost immediately. After maybe they might enjoy that for like a year or two. But I've been able to stick with my formula from the very beginning. That is why I say it is tough, it is slow. So some people have been using my product for the past 10 years and they have not changed. that is what they stick to. I have customers that when they come in from the US, they buy my product and they take it out.
They buy your what? They buy your what? Your clothes?
My product. My product.
Product.
Yeah, and they take it out. So, and why I say it is difficult to do manufacturing in Nigeria is there's no support from anybody. The government will not support you. Even the banks will not support you. Nobody's supporting anybody. So you have to put everything into it. So it takes a while before you can be able to, maybe break even in manufacturing. I hope I'm able to answer your question.
No, you are not, because what you are telling me is the challenges that you are meeting in the Nigerian market, but you are not addressing the main issue that I've just raised to you, which is the manufacturing industry itself. Because in Nigeria doesn't have industry. So how can you have manufacturing when you don't have industry?
Well, I think there is an industry in Nigeria. There's the industry in Nigeria, but it's just slow and not so effective. We still have people that are trying to do few things underneath. And manufacturing, I believe some people are into manufacturing. They just don't, we are just not organized in a way. Or maybe you can help me out. What do you mean by industry that Nigeria does not have industry?
Now you are getting smart. Now you are getting smart because you are asking questions. So now you are getting smart that you asked that question. And so what I mean is that I'm sure you've been traveling. Anyway, did you study abroad? Did you live abroad or study abroad?
No.
But you have visited, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know, of course, you know companies like, okay. Do you know we don't have aluminium company in Nigeria? No, is it aluminium? Not aluminium. You know, steel. We don't have steel company. Steel company.
Yes, we don't.
We don't. Okay. Do you know we don't have metallurgical companies in Nigeria?
We don't.
We don't. Do you know we don't have heavy industries in Nigeria?
What's that, Eddie?
Heavy industries, yes.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't. So how can you manufacture when you don't have metallurgical industry, you don't have metal, you don't produce metal, you don't produce iron, you don't produce ore, you don't produce, no heavy industries, you don't produce plane, you don't
chemicals. Even the chemicals we use, we don't produce them.
No, chemicals are even the ship. We don't even, chemicals are not even, that is not industry. Chemical is just light industry. That is not a big thing. But the real industry, like industrial lines, mechanical lines, the production of metals, and that is, and industry, because for you to be able to produce a manufacturing line, you need to have factory. Not just factory, but industry. You need to have, what do we call it? Heavy industry. You need to be able to have a plant. Like like Ford plantation, plant, for example, or Mercedes-Benz. Those are things what we call industry. Like those are heavy. You need to have that. That's the basis of industrialization. If we don't have that, we cannot have industry. We don't, people talk, we have companies. Yes, people are having companies, but companies are not industry. The chemical things you are having, that could be done at home. Those chemical things that you are talking about, for example, here in this part of the world, individuals do those things in their own houses. That is not even a company, because that is just a mixture of things, a little elementary stuff. But I'm talking about industry. I'm talking about industry,
I get your point, sir.
You get my point now.
Yeah, so I'm just like a soap maker.
No, that is the simple way to say it. But
Yeah.
you know, the first industry that Nigeria was planning to have was Ajaokuta, and we have still not built it up to now.
Yeah.
That was going to be the first major industry that Nigeria was going to have. That was going to lay foundation for industrialization of the country. But it's not even completed 40 years later. And if you don't have that as the basis of industry, I mean, okay, for example, do you know that any country that has industrialization, we shouldn't be talking about importing things like tractor. We don't build our tractors, do we?
No, we don't.
But even this Ukraine, they build their own tractors. Okay, things like plane or rather plane. Do you know Ukraine build their own plane? But even not even talking about plane, but anything that is needed for industry, you know, for you to build anything that you need to do you know, the foundation of it is metallurgical industry. But we don't have it.
Too far.
Huh?
You're going too far. Even our biscuits, we can't make our biscuit. Our popcorn, we can't make it.
Wow.
Right now, found out that right now we are being colonized by the Chinese all over again. They make our biscuit, that is biscuit that we eat, the chin chin that they make it for us. Popcorn, they package it, they sell it to us. So even you're talking about planes, that one you're going too far. Even the chicken we eat.
Mosu, pray. Join the prayer warriors that are praying that God should bring me to Nigeria, because I am having a dream of real manufacturing. You are talking about manufacturing. I'm talking about real manufacturing. I have a dream, by the grace of God, that the time I come to Nigeria, I will be able to at least, you know, build or set the process moving, trigger the process of industrialization. So my dream is that we will get to a place where we'll be able to build our own submarines, not just planes, but submarines. I'm thinking of it. I am thinking of a time when we'll be able to build our own war machines, war machineries, that we will not be importing war equipment. Like right now, even we don't build tanks. You know what tanks? The war tanks. Yeah. We don't even build tanks. I mean, these are the bases, the elementary bases for industrialization. If you cannot build your war industry or tanks and things like that, you cannot have anything. But my own idea is that we'll be able to build our own planes. We'll be able to build our own tanks. We'll be able to build our own war weapons and equipment. We'll be able to build, for example, you know, do you know that in this country, to do the road, they build the equipment to make the road, to build the road. But we don't do that. We don't even have anything, because we don't have industrialization. For example, to build bridges, you know, we don't have, we need some companies, some foreign companies to build bridges in Nigeria. You know, that is a problem. Every country should be able to build their own bridges. But for you to do that, you need industrialization. You know, we are just so much behind. But I have a big plan concerning Nigeria, and in terms of industrialization as well. But, you know, I'm 50 years old already. I'm already old. But I think I have enough time, because if I have another 20 to 30 years, we'll be able to bring Nigerians back to the place I want to see Nigeria. You know,
yes.
But I like the fact that you, as a lady, you are talking about manufacturing. And it's not that your husband is helping you.
Nobody,
just by yourself.
Yes.
Wow. There are a few people that I met in Nigeria, that I know in Nigeria, that talk about being in manufacturing. One is it Adedoyin they call him? I think from that your state or from that area. Do you know any Adedoyin into manufacturing? Older
No.
man, maybe not Adedoyin or something Doyin. One of the older industrialists they have in Nigeria. Is a friend to people like Osho, not is it Osho? Um, no, the guy that has, is it Magnificent that he has? That build, no, not
Eleganza.
Eleganza, yeah. Is it Adedoyin or yeah, I think like that. And then the Eleganza, what do you call the Eleganza man?
Okoya.
Okoya. So those are the people they say they are into manufacturing, but they are not. The only person that is into manufacturing right now is Dangote. But the kind of manufacturing that is into is not industrialization. It's not industry. It's not a manufacturing that leads to, industrialization of a nation. So the kind of industry, the kind of manufacturing that he has is the manufacturing that will enable him to produce consumer goods and make money fast. But that is not industry. That is just manufacturing, like for business. That's just business. But that is not enough to build the industrialization basis or foundation of a nation.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? It's just like saying, for example, in Nigeria we have NMPC. But NMPC is not built to give us a basis for industrialization. It's just processing raw materials. It's not, producing anything from which the whole country could manufacture and build, and we have industrialization. Everything is still connected to consumerism.
Yeah.
The buy and sell. Everybody wants to do a short thing that will lead to buy and sell.
Yeah. You sure that's the fastest thing everybody is doing right now. When you just get capital, go and buy something to sell. That's the next thing.
Can you imagine? Most of our billionaires, they are into oil. But oil will not lead to industrialization because that is just buy again, take and sell. Then Dangote himself is into cement. Cement is also produce and sell. It's not like industrialization per se. It will not lead to the industrialization of the country. It's into rice. It's into things like that, salt and sugar. But those are soft products that are not really going to lead to the industrialization of the country. And that mentality has to be changed, because that is leading us to quick profit, quick results, rather than thinking about the foundation of the country, the industry, the industrialization and the economic base that will lead to the development of the country for the next 500 years. But our people are not thinking about that yet. But that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about starting things that will lead to the transformation and industrialization of the country for the next 300, 500 years.
Yeah.
Why you stop commenting? You are afraid that I'm going to ask you another question again.
Point, and I'm like, wow, we have a long way to go. I'm getting the point, and it is so easy for the buying and selling thing is something that everybody is doing. Everybody. When somebody comes to you and says, I want to start a business, what they want to do is they want to do buying and selling. And I try to tell them that even with your explanation of industrialization, I get your point. I don't even want to go that far with them. I just want to even say, try and produce something that you can sell. They said, no, that one is a long thing. It's a long, that one is like it's going to take their time, and it's better for them to produce. Better for them to buy and sell, not producing anything. It's actually hard here to convince anybody to start thinking of producing. Probably the tribe that is doing that very well are the Igbos, and that is why I respect them so much. They are not afraid to try new things, to put things together, even if people will laugh at them, and and people patronize them. The Igbos patronize themselves very well. compared to the Yorubas.
Yeah, but the Igbos also, they are not, what they are doing is similar to what I just spoke about. It's also retail oriented and
Yeah,
is still minor kind of soft kind of production, something that will sell fast, something that will sell quick. But I must
yeah,
say though that there's many of the Igbo people that are into innovation, which is a good thing.
yeah,
Innovation is
yeah.
different from industrialization. But no matter
Okay.
how innovative you have, and no matter the amount of innovations you come up with, if there is no industrial base, you will not be able to produce those things en mass into mass production that will be able to, be a competitive force in the world.
Yeah. They still have to go to China to go. So maybe they will design things here and they have to take it to China
For them to
to
produce,
produce, the
yes.
mass, bring it in back. And
That's
I
what I'm
was shocked.
saying. Because China
Yeah.
built the industrial bases, and once you have the
Wow.
industrial base, then everything comes out of that. Then you can
Yeah.
produce anything else. Everything can be
Yeah.
produced. But so that industrial base is what I don't hear our government talk about. I hear our government talk about infrastructure, 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 infrastructure. I mean, that is also again talking about consumerism. It's about
I,
using something that you can just use now.
yeah.
I'm thinking about, for example, the crane. You know the cranes that you
Yeah.
use to build? Do you know that in the
Yeah.
whole of Nigeria, no crane manufacturing industry?
Wow.
Of course, nobody produces cranes. And the reason is because, I mean, even the cranes that are being used in Nigeria, they have to be imported by foreign companies, or some Nigerians buy. Somebody even told me to do that kind of business. Buy 2 or 3 cranes, take them to Nigeria and be renting them out. All the builders themselves, who are in construction, they are coming to you to rent. Nobody is thinking about building an industry that will produce cranes.
I really do understand. I now appreciate your explanation of industrialization. I really do. I really do. I really do. I'm sure you know Ashoke. Ashoke.
Yes.
That you do Yoruba. Do you know that they now make it in China?
Because there is industrial base there.
Yeah, I know. They bring it, and I was like, why should, I mean, what is wrong with us? And they're like, look, it's cheaper there because by the time they bring it in, it is always cheaper than the ones that are being produced here.
Yes, because they have industrial base. Are you having air con in your place?
Here?
Air
No,
conditioner, is it working?
no, 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 no,
Okay.
no, no, it's just no, no.
Okay, good. So, for example, air con. Nigerians have to import air con.
Yeah,
But
of course, of
okay,
course.
even fans, even ordinary
Of,
fans, those are too elementary.
of,
Those are not even in the class of industrialization.
of course.
You don't even need industrialization to do that.
Oh my
so
God.
so when we talk about the government, and I don't even hear them talk about serious stuff. The best you hear about them, oh, we want to buy this from America, we want to buy this from this, and they are not selling to us. Why are you not thinking about setting up an industrial base? Now, in the 70s, when some people tried to do that, when Muritala was there, I think it was Muritala, Obasanjo, and Gowon, they started that at Jakarta something. But then, they couldn't finish it. And, like for example, let's think about, do you know tube, metro tube? You know
Yeah,
metro
yeah,
tube? Okay,
yes,
those are trains, right?
yes.
Okay, we should be producing the trains. But right now, we don't even produce the tracks, the train tracks.
Pastor, you're going too far.
That's what I mean by industrialization
I get the
and
point now.
manufacturing. So when anybody talks about manufacturing, they should be talking about those things.
And that's a big one. That's a big
Then we
one.
could be talking that we are human beings. For me,
Yeah.
for me personally, I'm not interested in anything that is not going to be the best in the world. I'm not interested in Nigeria or myself doing anything that is not going to be comparable to the very best in the world. You know, and that's what I'm coming to Nigeria to do. We want to do things, everything we'll be doing, not just addressing issues like I'm doing now. By the time I arrive, we are going to address the economy. If we're going to be addressing manufacturing, it's going to be challenging people to talk like this and to reason like this and to have at least 100 people thinking about industrialization.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So I mean starting industries like this. But right now, you know, selling and buying and selling, that is pitiable.
Like,
that is cheap.
That's very cheap. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but tell me about your what is your dream about your own company? How big do you want to become?
I really want it big. I've been on it for like 10 years now, and I chosen to distribute my products in a way that a lot of the youth will benefit from the product, not just using the product. There's nothing really new about a soap or a liquid detergent or anything. There's nothing new about it. But about 10 years ago, I had this encounter when I was struggling to market my product, and I wanted to just have something that each marketer will get something back from. They don't have to be there with me 24 hours. They could be in school, but they'll be able to get something back. Then I've never heard anything about network marketing. So I was really passionate about getting young people in school because I know the struggle I had when I was in school. So I wanted them to have this extra income for themselves. But along the line, I think some months later, I got to know about one of the leading network markets in Nigeria, that's Forever Living Product. And I was shocked at the plan and how they sell things. So with that, I now sat down, I studied the whole of network marketing. What is it about the process? Why do they go that way? How do you make money? And what is the benefit that everybody would have to get? With my years of research, I found out that most of those companies were not actually designed for Nigerians. You know, you have to buy at a very high rate, you know, and their products are always very good. So I wanted something similar for my own company where people can just buy what they normally buy daily. You don't have to go above your budget. Just buy your normal thing, introduce people, and you get your income weekly and monthly, depending on how large your team is. So that is exactly what we are working on. And we have different, with what we have in mind, I believe it's going to be quite big by the time we, you know, get it all from the ground.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
But you know, what is the? Maybe you didn't get my question very well, but
Okay.
what is your biggest dream about your industry, your company? Where is it? For example, if you talk about a pastor, normally you say, "What is your biggest dream about your church?" He has 200 people now. He said, "Oh, I want to build a 20,000 member church," something like that. What is your own dream concerning your industry, your company?
I want to have like over 1 million distributors who are getting income daily from my company. I want to be able to train at least as much as that. That is my dream. All right.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so you want to have 1 million?
Yeah, it's possible.
1 million distributors?
Yes.
Okay, 1 million distributors, that is, what would that amount to? What would that amount to? Because to me, that doesn't mean anything. You help me to know what that amounts to. Okay, for example, if I have 1 million distributors, it means I'm going to be selling, or I'm going to have this, or the gross product is going to be this. I don't know. So what would that mean?
Well, that would mean that almost all the states in Nigeria will have distributors in almost all the states in Nigeria, and even in where, because even the name of the company is Mosun Africa. Is it okay like this?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
So, okay, so we're planning to have more than 1 million, and that would mean every state will have distributors in every state, and even across West Africa.
But can you go in details? You are very economical with your answers. Okay, for example, let me answer for you the way I could answer, or the way I expect you to answer. So let's say if I have 1 million distributors, my output is going to be, let's say, 50 million products in a year. Or with that, I'm going to be in every household in Nigeria. Or that is going to yield me, for example, 5 million US dollars, gross. Or that is going to equal to, how many people, how many households that are being supported, or how many workers, the distributors, how many, it's going. I want to hear the big picture. I don't know if we are talking different languages.
We are not talking different. I wasn't prepared for it.
But am I prepared? I'm not even the one in the business, and I'm not prepared too. Because I didn't even know what you do. So, but I'm telling you approximately what I expect.
Actually, the plan we have on ground presently is to actually take up the youth around here, where I stay. I stay in Lagos right now, and so, well, in the next maybe 6 months from now, we are trying to work with the youth around here. And since we know that the youth are quite much, well, might not be able to get to that 1 million. That is still like what we want to go to. But from now, we still want to start with the youth around here. Maybe maybe like 500,000 people around here, youth around here to work with. And with that, we want every household to really have. Of course, that means every household will definitely have a bottle of our product. And the plan is that they have to renew their purchase every week, so that they will be able to, make.
Okay, I'm going to ask you more concrete questions. For you to have 1 million distributors, how many products do you have to have?
How many liters?
Yeah, how many products? Yes, how many quantity?
Liters.
Maybe it's, but you're talking about liters. Are they in bottles? Yeah. Are they not packaged? Yeah. So how many bottles? How many bottles would that be?
That could be like a million bottles probably every 2 months.
Aha, that's what I'm saying. Now, 1 million bottles every month.
Yeah. Okay. No, every in 2 months.
Every 2 months. Okay, so you are going to be producing 1 million bottles every month. Every 2 months. Now, for you to produce 1 million bottles every 2 months, what must be your industrial capacity? What must be your capacity? How big should your factory be? Or how many raw materials and products should you have to be able to produce that amount?
I have to use the calculator right now. Right now, you would need close to like 500 liters mixer to get your products out. And we have to be working every day and night to get that. I have to get a calculator.
No, you don't have to work day and night. For example, that is my next question. My next question is that for you to produce that 1 million in 2 months, how many workers will you need? And then how much capacity do you need? How much, for example, let's say you have a company or a machine that is producing a certain amount right now. So how many of those machines do you need? How much space will you need? How much buildings will you need? How much territories will you need? How many workers will you need? How many, how many shifts will you need?
Oh, that's a big one, Pastor. I'm speaking from my office right now. I have the mixing room just behind me right here. So we are still working on it, Pastor. It's a big one.
Then
Oh,
you have to finish my HMT.
yes, I have to. Yes, I have to.
In HMT, we teach people about systems.
Yeah.
HMT will help you to reason like this. And
Okay.
to create systems. And even if you are not able to come here for the HMT to Ukraine, you can go to my YouTube page, Sunday Adelaja Official, and there are recordings of the previous HMTs that are there.
Okay.
And these HMTs, some of them include creating systems, how to create systems. And that will be able to help you to prepare yourself so that you will know what it takes to be able to go from where you are right now to any height that you wish to go. You see, that is why we don't have we don't have industry, or we are not in, we don't have industrialization, because okay, for example, Nigerians are good in dreaming, having a big, big vision, big dream, but then the process is very weak. I'm trying to take you into processes now, and that's where you faltered. And so processes, yes. What?
I'm challenged. I'm challenged. It's like I wasn't prepared, so I'm really challenged. But I understand what you're saying, because this should be what is running in my head 24/7. I mean, every minute, every hour, if I really understand what I need to put in place. So
okay, let me ask you another question that you should definitely have the answer to this one.
Okay.
And the question is in regards to the distributors that you want to have.
Yeah.
So what is your first lane? How many people do you want to have in your first lane?
On the first leg.
First lane, yeah. Is it how many legs? How many legs of system do you want to build? Is it binary or multiple? What is this? Or the classic?
In five.
Five, that's classic. That's classic. Okay, if you want to build, that's what I'm saying. How many lanes do you have? How many people in your front line? So you have five legs.
Yeah.
5 legs.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to have 5 legs, how deep do you need to go for you to have 1 million?
I think you get to your 10th level or 12th.
12th level.
I'm not. Yeah, 10th or 10th or
12.
Of 12, yeah.
All right, yes. If you are using 5, you should be able to get there by 10th or 12th. Yeah, you're right. So now the question is that how many do you already have?
Now I already have, I think, 10 already right now, because we are just starting that program.
So you only have your first lane. You just have your first lane.
I'm even just, we have not really started like that, but we are just gathering people, because people, it's so difficult doing business here, because when you mention network marketing, or when they see that it's network marketing, they run away. Their hands have been burned. They've had bad times with most network marketing companies here, and so it is a struggle, I must confess, to even get people together to reason. So already, there was a time I have more people in the East, actually, but in Lagos, my own personal leg, they're not up to 10. But in the East, I have Akwa Ibom and I think Uyo. We have, if not close to 100 at a time. But the problem is they were not representing the company in the proper way. They were not, they were having some mago that was going on. So we had to stop it, and that is why we now want to restart all over again.
All right. Well, let me stop querying you about that one, because if you want to build a structure of 1 million people, I could give you a few lectures about how to do that and why I'm not sure that you are ready to do that.
Oh, but I'm ready to do.
But you just need to get prepared, that's all. You are saying thank you. You're saying thank you. Leave me alone, Show your face now. Babusha, you are supposed to, either you go to sleep or you work.
I'm ready to do that, Pastor. I can give anything for this thing. That is. If you ask people around me, they think I'm crazy because I've been on it. Just like what you're saying, that Nigerians like dreaming, but the process might be a little bit weak, and so we get frustrated along the way. So I have been depressed. I've been frustrated. I've been just name it. But I just know that it is the way to go for me.
I'm praying for you right now as I'm sitting down here. And you want to know what my prayer is about?
Yes, sir.
My prayer is that God will introduce you or put it in the heart of somebody that is listening to us right now to want to partner with you. Either through a business or through finances or through, knowledge or through experience. I don't know. But if God will touch anybody to partner with you, that might be a great help. But my own advice for you would be for you to go, even if you cannot come to Ukraine, for you to go and listen to HMT.
I will definitely come by next year.
Okay.
I will definitely come by next year.
Meanwhile, go to the YouTube page and go and look for the HMT recordings, and they should be able to help you.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Now, let's leave that one alone because we are supposed to be talking about this book. How to regain
your lost years.
But what I'm actually doing right now with you is not the book. It's more of kingdom fruits. That's what we call what we are doing right now. I mean, I'm getting to know you. Maybe next time you will come for the kingdom fruits. But we have to change the We have to change the title of this one today. We'll call it Manufacturing in Nigeria with Mosun Adebayo. It's many as one. So we are going to do this topic today, and then next time we have you, we'll do, we will do the book review. So, but talking about getting to know you, because I want our DSA family to get to know you as well. So, how did you come across DSA or DSA platform?
I first heard about you I think 2 years ago. We prayed for you in my church. Maybe about 4 years ago, even. I'm not so sure now.
Which church is that?
Lateran Assembly.
That is Tunde Bakare.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, he was praying for me last year or 2 years ago, and he came to see me last year, but today is already, I don't know if he's, if he has...
One day we prayed for you, and last year we normally have those classic every year, and that's a program we have in our church, and we bring in speakers. And again, I heard about you again from Professor
Vincent Adegbogo.
Vincent, yeah.
That is my disciple, but also he's got lost since I started talking about geos in Nigeria.
No, I don't think so. I don't want to think so because they spoke well of you. Actually, Prof spoke well of you. Prof is doing a program too in Lagos, and I'm also attending. So when I got to know, I was like, what is it about this man? And so I went online and I saw you. Actually, I was a little bit offended with your topics because they are always like, Pastor Adeboye this, Pastor Chris Oyakilobe that. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm like, I'm not too comfortable with all this. But I now took my time to actually go back to search some of your messages, and I was really, really impressed. And we are getting to a time where we are so tired as Christians here. We are full of religion. We go to church. But we're not feeling challenged. But your messages actually challenged me, and I was like, for the first time, I have to take up my time. When you spoke about tithe, I took my time to start searching, something I have never done before. Because whatever pastor will say or anybody will say, I will just believe. But when you were now saying some things that I was not comfortable with, I was like, before I enter hell, let me go and check the Bible and know what was actually said about this particular topic. And gradually, I was getting understanding. But to be very fair on my pastor, he has been he has some teachings that are very, very similar to what you're teaching.
Yes.
You know, even the one of Ashimolowo, I heard about it from him first before I heard it from you. That how can somebody be asking for 1,000 naira for a year or whatever? And I felt challenged. So gradually I started studying more. I started praying more. I was more focused. And the reason why I even chose to review this book is there are some hopes I've given up. I've given up on a lot of things in my life. And most times the church we have here would not challenge you to go back and go and dig up your dreams and pursue it. Even at a point, I've lost hope in myself. So what I was now doing is I was not trying to live my life through my daughter. You understand? The things I could not be, I want her to be. Until I was confronted with the truth again that is very wrong. She has her own life to live. So she has to live her own life. She has to fulfill her own life. I can still fulfill mine. So when I read the book, it was so encouraging. It's not as if the truths there were something that were not, they are so simple, but at times we take them for granted. So I had to sit down to start reading the book every chapter after chapter after chapter to study and see how I can get to work on myself. I'm telling you about my dream in manufacturing. I'd already given up at the time. I'd already given up. But people still call me, still make orders for my product. That is one of the things that ginger me to produce. I don't believe in myself anymore. I don't trust, my environment. I just lost hope completely. So actually, and I saw that your teachings touches everything, your personal life, the way you relate to others, the way you relate to God, the way you even pray. Even the prayer series was so helpful for me because at times I used to feel guilty I'm not praying hard enough. I used to feel guilty I'm not doing some things. Maybe that is why I'm having problems. I used to feel guilty I'm not fasting enough. I'm not doing some things. That is why I am where I am. But I now found that, look, but I'm just realizing that God has been faithful to me. God has been so faithful. In spite of all this, my thoughts, He still loved me. In spite of all my thoughts, He's still there for me, to help me through even to get to this age. Pastor Sunday, when I was a kid, a pastor told us that most of the pastors, because my mother at times and my dad, we don't have a particular church. We just go from one church to another, depending on what time we wake up on Sunday. If you wake up very early, we might go to Catholic. If you wake up late, it might be Select. So we're just going everywhere, And anytime we go to all those white garment churches, they tell me that I'm going to die soon. They say I'm going to die, that I might not even pass the age of 27. So that had been at the back of my mind that I will soon die. But thank God, that is why for everything I would always want to give credit to what was done in Lateran Assembly. My pastor encouraged me that, look, not him actually, another pastor encouraged me, but in the same ministry, encouraged that you go there because go to the Select Church anytime your father asks you to go, because I was still in secondary school then. But I believe that affected my mentality for a very long time. I believe I was going to die. So I was trying to be very careful with everything. I don't want to take risks. I'm fearful. Even after a very long time, I thought I was...
You are touching the table as you are talking? And
yes.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I was fearful. So of a lot of things that maybe I will soon die. I don't know what will kill me. So when I don't travel anyhow, I don't eat out anyhow. I'm always very, very careful. And though I believe that God is with me and everything, but I'm always very, very careful. So a lot of the dreams I had as a child, I lost most of it. Wonderful dreams, I lost them. Let me just leave. That was what I
That
was
is,
just fighting.
this is all because of some prophets that want to eat.
Yeah, of course, because they made my dad, they made him the Baba away in the church. A man that
Yes.
doesn't go to church.
It's just for them to eat.
Yes. So but it affected me. I try to believe no, it's not affecting me. But when I sit down and I look at myself, I'm like, Mosun, you're fearful. You're very, very fearful. So a lot of your teachings, it's a different thing when the pastor lay hands on you and say you are free, go, nothing will happen to you. But it's another thing when you now sit down and you now, probably through the word of God and through the things you see and you hear, you are able to see that indeed you are free. And that is what most of your teachings have done for me. You understand? I was able to now sit down and see, look, even if I die, I want to leave this planet Earth. Now, I'm no longer afraid of death anymore. But what I'm afraid of is I don't want to die without not leaving a mark. I don't want to die without not having impacted, having fulfilled my dream. So I wake up and I say, Death, I don't care when you come, but you can only come when I finish fulfilling my purpose.
Yeah.
I'm not longer afraid of that anymore. So that's, and one thing about purpose, when you're finding your purpose and you are rediscovering yourself, is like, even those fears walk away. They have a way of leaving you because you are so occupied with what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, what you want to put together. So even before you know it, you get home, you are tired, you sleep off. So even the time for you to start thinking of fear of death, fear of this or fear of that is out of it. So right now, I am just working on myself. I told myself I'm giving myself this year. This year, I want to work on myself, like totally work on myself. And I'm so happy the first book I read, one of your first book I read is How to Regain Your Lost Years.
But where did you get that? Where did you get that book from?
I joined your mentorship program.
Oh.
And that was one of the first books we had to read.
No, but where did you get it from in Nigeria? Is it available
I
in
got
Nigeria?
Chioma.
So it's available. This book is available in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are now talking about more of my books. Somebody spoke yesterday or 2 days ago about another of my books that he read. What book was he talking about? It was so emotional. Favor. What was the book he was talking about? One of my new books. Oh, okay, A Dignity of Labor. He was talking about dignity of labor, and I'm so happy because it's like Nigerians have started discovering my books now, and it's like it's making a difference in them. But since you have prepared to talk about this book, what do you learn from it? What did you gain from it? Why is it you want to talk about it?
The first thing I realized, I'm over 40 right now, and the first question this book answered for me was, it is possible to regain your years, your lost years. It is very possible. It now depends on what you are ready to give up to get that done. It is very, very, very possible. I used to think by 35, by 30, if you've not made it, just forget it. But I see people, I think you call them the late boomers or
late bloomers, yes.
Late boomers, I see a lot of people who wouldn't give up. You understand?
Yes.
And at the end of it, they were able to get what they always wanted. And one discovery I found again, I got from the book is how important time is. That is something I never appreciated. I never saw time. I've always been a workaholic, so that one is not a big deal to me. But time, how you spend your time, I didn't we are Africans. I don't know how to say no. Everything must be yes. When you call me, I'm coming tomorrow. Okay, come in. And you are not happy with the person coming in, but you can't say no because she's your cousin, because she's your mom, or because she's somebody, and you know that is going to destroy. It's going to disrupt. It's going to distract you. But because these people are your relatives or they're your close friends, you are always thinking not to offend them. All those things I didn't take serious. Even when I spend my time with friends, we just sit down from morning to night, we just gist, we'll talk, we'll complain about Nigeria, we'll complain about the president, we'll complain about everything. And at the end of it all, we'll get more depressed and we'll go back home. So I'm like, for how long are you going to be doing this? For how long are you going to be doing it? And before you know it, you see young people and new people doing new things. Even as bad as the economy is, people are still getting things done. So what excuse do I have? So now the chapter on time was very challenging for me. I won't tell you a lie. I'm still struggling with it. It's still like, so I have to account for every minute, every second. I said, wow, me that I cannot even account for a whole month. How will I account for an hour and a second? So, but I know that for me, I now understand why I've not been able to go so far in all. I have wonderful dreams. I have wonderful dreams, Pastor. I remember when I was in SS2. I was in GS3 going to SS. That should be like 14 years old or 13. I told my mom said, what do you want to be in future? I said, I want to be a farmer. And she was like, what? Farmer? I said, yes. She's a nurse and she wanted all her children, at least want to be a doctor. And I'm like, Mommy, I believe that if we eat well, you understand, maybe the sickness will at least will go down a little bit. People will be more, people won't get sick that often and everything. So I believe the farmer will always have an edge over a doctor. My mother she's an Indisha woman. So of course she caused all my enemies, that those people who are after me, that want to derail want to turn my destiny. She said all kinds of things. And from then I was thinking, am I wrong in my thinking? Only for me now as I'm growing, I see how important farming is right now. Everybody is trying to get into do something, but I had that dream when I was just 13 years old. But my environment could not handle it for me then. By the time my dad called me and said, okay, Mosu, do you want to pursue your dream in farming? By that time, I was already distracted. I was really, really distracted. In short, the only answer I could give him was no. Now I'm regretting it. Those are some of the things I believe I've lost and I want to get back. And I still believe I can still get them back.
So what is the book again? How to regain
your lost years.
Have you finished reading it?
Yes.
So you now believe that it is possible for you to regain your lost years?
Yes, I do.
And the first thing you want to begin to correct is your attitude to time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you've joined the mentorship program. That's very smart of you. Why did you decide to join the mentorship class?
Actually, after listening to some of your messages, I saw what I was looking for in myself in you. I saw some kind of, I'm a little bit practical. I'm the kind of person that when I come to you that I'm hungry, I just don't want you to pray for me. I want you to give me food. I don't want you to lay hands on me. I want you to prepare something for me.
Smart of you. Smart.
That is the kind of preaching that moves me. When I watch videos, the things that moves me are actions, things that people do, not just what people say. So you see me, I'll start crying. I'll I'll just get into tears and everything. So when I saw your preaching, some of them, I think I listened to the prayer series. I saw the practical. I said, there's something about this man that I've been looking for. Because at times, the people I surround myself with, when I talk to them, I look strange. You are not You are not part of us. Why are you thinking like this? Let us do the things the way we have been doing it before and let it continue that way. I'm like, no, I'd rather die than to continue living my life this way. I would rather die. I don't want to go on like this anymore. So I believe that there's something about you that I really admire. So that was when I just had a membership program, and I was like, I think this would be a very big one. And it was, of course, it was free. I was like, that's beautiful. So I just got into it, and I'm still I'm on it right now.
What do you think what do you think is a good decision you made?
Yes, it is. It is. It is a very good decision. It is. In short, I believe it is one of the best decisions I've ever made. I've been a Christian all my years, so I don't. I'm not used to getting challenged with what I believe. I'm not. Everything is always okay. Everything is fine. Everything is cool. But even at times when I see some of your topics and I'm like challenged, I'm like, let me go and study. And before you know it, I start really studying hard on these things. And apart from even getting what I'm looking for, I'll get some other things along the line to make me really understand more about God. And I see God revealing himself to me even more. Yeah.
Oh, did you hear me? What did you think? What do you think that this mentorship class, these mentorship programs could do to Nigerians if we could get as many Nigerians as possible to enroll?
I used to tell people that when they say they want to go into politics, and I'm like, the first thing you need to do is to get people educated. Let them know who they are, let them know what they're looking for. There's no point when you have riffraffs and you have genuine, because I believe even in the midst of those politicians, you have people that have genuine reason to want to go for a particular post. But people don't understand them because they are not educated. I see your program as something that can get people to think and get educated, because even our educational system is not so strong to make you think. The best thing our educational system can do for you is to serve, is to go and work for somebody. That's the best thing it can do for you. But when you have something that will challenge your thinking, that will challenge the way you reason, that you will be, nobody is coming to, it helps you. So when I see some people coming to say the beautiful things they want to do for Nigerians, people don't believe, they don't even understand. They will tell them, give us money and let us go. Give us something. Give us 5,000. Give us 10,000. They don't understand that they are selling their next 4 years just for that amount. Wow. All they are after is hunger. And that is the present need. That is all they are looking for. Now, I will challenge politicians to first of all think of educating members, make education free for everyone, so that when you come and talk, people will understand what you're saying. People complain that when they go and talk, people don't follow them because they don't have money. They won't follow you because you don't have enough educated people around. Now, what your program is doing for me is making me to even think more. Something that you probably might not even get in the university in Nigeria here. Because in Nigeria, I don't know, maybe some universities now, you can't challenge your teacher, you can't ask your teacher questions, you can't do anything to make your teacher say, oh, well done. Do you know this is more than what I have been thinking about? You can't even get to that level. You understand? These are lecturers that come to brag to you that you cannot be better than they are. That's the kind of lecturers and teachers we have here. So your program is making education more attractive, more challenging, more interesting. I wake up in the middle of the night and I want to just get to know more of the things you have to say. And it's helping me. It's helping me with the way I think. It's helping me with the way I reason. And I'm very thankful for that. And thank God it is free. It is free, and it's not there are no big grammars that you say you read and you cannot understand. They are quite easy, and you can do it at your time. You don't have maybe if you don't submit your assignment, you do it at your own pace. I will encourage, it costs you nothing whatsoever, and it will help you. Because the greatest thing anybody can know is to know why you were born. The greatest thing you can know is to know why you are on earth, is to know why you are still living. Because people who are better than you are already gone. So the best thing that can ever happen to you is it makes you, do you know there's some addictions I've been struggling with in my life. But when I started getting so occupied with all these things about my life, some of them are just falling off. Some of it are just falling off. I can't, and I'm thankful for that. And these were things that I've been trying to pray against, bind, lose, fight against. Education is wonderful. Education makes it's like light that shines in the midst of darkness. It brings, and that's the best thing that can happen to anybody. I will recommend it for everyone.
I hope you. I'm going to repeat my question again.
Okay, sir.
What do you think this mentorship program will do to Nigerians? Will give Nigerians, if they register, if we could get as many Nigerians as possible to register for it?
You get as many. It's like a light in the darkness. It's going to open their eyes.
I see.
Their eyes, your eyes is going to be open.
Wow.
There are a lot of things. You'll be challenging your thinking. Most people always complain that they don't study. By the time you read some things that will challenge your thoughts, you want to search it out.
Yeah.
Nobody will force you to study the Bible. Nobody will force you to go and read your Bible every morning. You are challenged by what you're reading. So it's like a light. It will bring light to every darkness we are going through. Nigeria, we don't have problem. All our problems are man-made. Majority of our problems are man-made. And we can fix it. If enough people should get this, it's just like a light. The best answer I can give to you is, it's just going to be a light in the midst of darkness. And it will definitely light up everywhere.
Beautiful, beautiful. The guy that called in 2 days ago to talk about my book that he read, he got opportunity to read my book and this dignity of labor. And, it was like that guy gave me $1 million because he was so passionate about this book. He said, if these pastors, GOs, he said he just prays that they will get a hold of that book. And he said if the GOs will get a hold of that book, that in 3 months, if all of them will agree to preach that message for 3 months in all churches in Nigeria, that before you know it, that Nigeria will become like Europe. Like Nigeria will be developed.
It's that simple. It is that simple. It is that simple. Right now, I'm reading life is an opportunity, and who are we? And I'm still like, in short, I was like, I should have done the review. Maybe I should have read like 4 or 5 books more before doing and these are things that you can work on yourself. You can read it to build yourself, not building. Well, the church failed Nigeria. That is what I have to say. The church failed Nigeria.
Because this particular guy thinks that, Nigeria will become, that Nigerians will not be running away anymore. Nigerians will become developed. He said the things he himself got from that book, that he's going to become a millionaire. There is no way to stop it. He's going to become a millionaire just by reading this book. And, and that book is not even a business book yet. It is just another book. It is just a book about the dignity of labor. But then, any book of mine that you read is like that. Something will happen to you. And I'm so happy that you are confirming that, right? That this particular book that you have read, or just one, right? Or how many books you've read?
I'm reading 2 at the same time, but this is my first book.
Okay, you are reading 2 at the same time. And you are saying the same thing, that it will be like light on for Nigerians, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do now. I want to work on making my books available cheap for Nigerians so that everybody could afford them, so that they could get them in the market and everywhere. If we are able to do that for Nigerians, I think even before I arrive, the revolution would have kicked off.
Anybody that wants to fix Nigeria needs to fix the mind of Nigerians.
Yes.
That is where the whole wahala is. You have to fix their mind. The way we think is different from the way the world thinks. We have our own.
For example, now I'm going to concur with you, but I'm going to say something that might disappoint you, because whenever I say this now, I'm going to say it now, but Nigerians don't want me to say it, and Nigerians get mad when I say things like this. For example, what is the thing? Let me tell you. You know, recently our president Buhari actually said that Nigerians youth are lazy.
Yeah.
Although he says some of them are lazy. But even if he says they are lazy, and you know Nigerians are annoyed because of that statement.
Yeah.
Hey. I said, Shineke, even you, while we are still talking now, you yourself, you have already made mention of the fact that, you know, you just go and waste time and talk to your girlfriends and things like that. Is that not laziness? Yeah. That's laziness. And you yourself now have said you have to learn how to maximize time.
Yeah.
Is that not laziness? And you are the workaholic. You are the best we have. If you are the best you have, and you are making that kind of confession, can you imagine, compare yourself to others in Nigeria? You are a giant. You are a workaholic compared to Nigerians. And you, in my own assessment, with the things that you have said, is still laziness. Now, what will you then say about Nigerians as a whole? And they are all mad at the president. That how could he say we are lazy? We are not lazy, Joe. We are not lazy. You know, he didn't give us job. We are not lazy. I said, Ekushe, well done. Keep on deceiving yourselves. Keep on deceiving. There is one Nigerian that just came to Ukraine here. He comes to my house. It's one of my disciples. When I told him that, he was so angry. He said, Pastor, it's only because I respect you. I said, what happened? He said, it's because I respect you. If not because I respect you, okay, I will just keep quiet because I respect you. Because if not because of the respect I have for you, don't say we are lazy. So I said, you mean you are not lazy? He said, no, Pastor. How can they sound like that? We are not lazy, Joe. Okay. I said,
you know what?
Since you think you are already not lazy, you are good, then I cannot help you. I cannot help you. You're already good. Go to Europe. Go and see the way Nigerians are working. Go to America. Go and see the way Nigerians are working. You will know that you have not even touched work in Nigeria at all. You have not even done anything in Nigeria at all. Nigeria, you are just sleeping and resting. Because we don't have the concept. The value system is not there. We don't have the concept. We don't know what it means to work, especially mentally. And work is maximizing time. We don't know how to maximize time.
Actually, nobody even appreciates you when you're a workaholic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, from my own side, no, you are being appreciated and being celebrated when you just have the money, and nobody really cares how you got the money or whatever happened. But as long as you have the money, well, that is what makes you a big girl or a big boy.
Sad.
You understand?
Very sad. Very sad.
And like personally, when I even say I'm a workaholic, I work mostly under pressure because I've not been able to manage my time properly. I work best maybe like a day or two. Maybe I have a project I have to finish up in 2 days time. I should have been praying for that for like maybe 3 months or 2 months or 2 weeks. I won't.
Beautiful.
I will still say, oh, there's time. And so when it now dawns on me, wow, there's no time. You will now see the energy will just come from nowhere. So you now see me working like Jacka, hey. And most times after working like that, I break down.
But that is not, that is not working.
It's not working.
Yeah.
It's not working at all. It's because it is very draining. very, very draining. And I'm not a very organized person, not at all. I'm not. In short, I have a lot to do on this book. Maybe I will still need to drop those other books and still go back to this book and still work. I'm not organized at all. I'm somebody that things happen. Don't worry, God will do it. God will fix it. By the grace of God, it will be done. I will get this thing done. So before you know it, you leave a lot of things undone. You just leave it there. And so when the thing comes to your face and you're like, there's no other way to go, you not see me walking like, woo. I mean, you see me maybe walking like, at times, 24 hours straight, like that. And I'm like, I'm not supposed to live like this. I'm not supposed to live like this.
I appreciate your honesty. You are very honest. But do you know that if you mention in Nigeria now that the youth are really lazy, that is true what Buhari said, do you know they will attack you?
Well, even my daughter will attack me.
You see?
She will. And do you know, recently I've been sourcing for workers in my factory. And it is so difficult to get workers. Nobody wants to work. So I saw somebody last week and I was like, can you help me get 18 to 25? He said no, that I should try 25 to 35. I mean, that's the age bracket, 18 to 25. I said, I want you.
And they are saying they are not lazy.
They don't want to work. By the time you tell them, they can't just, they are not, I don't know what is that English word, but in Europe,
they are not proactive.
No, not proactive. They are not, I don't know how to say it in English now.
They are not industrious?
No, they are not.
They are not patient.
Yeah, they're not patient. They want something fast and something quick, and something.
Yeah, they don't have perseverance.
Yeah, they have that's the word. They don't have it. So they just want something fast and something, they just, and since they can get money through other means, to them it is more attractive. Now, if you want to
those are signs of laziness.
Yeah, if you want to make quick money in Lagos, go for pulling boots. Pulling lottery.
Yes.
Lottery and what's that again? Maybe a beer parlor. Those two things will move very fast. You make your money in no time.
Wow. You see, those are the things we are talking about. People want to get something for nothing.
Yeah. Pulling boots, in short, just put one AC.
Why do you say pulling boot?
Pulling, lottery.
Lottery boot. Lottery.
Yeah.
But why do you call it polling boot? Polling boot is voting.
Okay, no, sorry, not that pulling boot. Not that pulling boot.
Oh.
Pulling house.
Oh, pool. Okay.
Pool.
Yeah. Okay. Now.
So you get money through that.
Those are signs of lazy societies.
Definitely.
Mosun, we have not done our review. You have to read all the books you need to read. You read your 2 or 3 books, and then we need to meet for the review of this book and any other book that you want to do. Unfortunately, our time is over, but I hope you believe that I believe we have had an engaging conversation.
Yes,
and,
sir.
I hope you don't regret it. I hope you appreciate it.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm so grateful, sir.
And I'm happy that, how long have you been attending Tunde Bakare's church?
Oh, I've been, from the very first year, I was with him in Redeem. When he was.
So you've been there forever.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they will not persecute you that you came to my program. Oh?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. No, the truth is, like I said when I called you earlier, some time ago, that it's always very wrong to just make a judgment based on 1 or 2 videos.
Yes.
If I could judge you based on your videos on Facebook, I won't even listen to you a day.
Yeah.
I won't even. But it was when I went to your series, your truth series, your prayer series, and it was like what my soul has been looking for. That was when I really appreciated you. So it is very wrong for anybody to just pick one Facebook topic about tithing and just make your conclusion on who Sunday Adelaja is. Because the reason why I embraced you so fast is because of the teaching I had from where I was coming from. You almost, it's the same to me. That was a teaching, that was what I was brought up, I didn't go to any, that was my only church. We don't have a family church in my house, so that was my church, and that was what I've been going. So it is what, based on what he has been teaching us, which is the truth, and he made sure that it is the truth only he would teach, so that when we get out and we see the truth, we'll be able to identify the truth.
You are right. Pastor Tunde Bakare is totally different from all those Nigerian pastors.
Yeah.
And he's been speaking the truth for years.
Yeah.
But now I don't know why he's changed camp, why he went to join the old brigade.
I don't say anything about that, but I believe with time to tell.
All right. Mosun, you've been wonderful today. I'm sorry, and I want to apologize if there was any moment that caused embarrassment for you about our manufacturing subject. Apologies.
No, don't worry, I have to go and work on it.
Yes, because you don't cause a lady to blush. So if I cause your blushes, forgive me.
All right, it's okay, sir. It's okay, sir.
And I hope that we'll meet next time to discuss the books. And when we meet to discuss the books, I hope I will not have any reason to cause you blushes, because you will have answers that time.
I will have answers. I'm going to work on it.
In the next 30 minutes, I have to come back to continue my message on, temple cleansers and idol smashers. I hope you'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be there, sir.
Thank you so much. And greet your daughter for me.
I will. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful evening.
Family, you send my love to them all.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye. Yeah.
Bye, sir.
Yep.